Hi, Christy. I said, hi, Christy. This is Richard, but I think you can figure out who it is. Okay, it's a hot day. I think it's Monday, whatever the date is. I'm taking a break from correcting papers and doing all that stuff. And I thought I would do a quick tour because I've sort of hit phase one of owning this house. There's work and a lot of stuff in the winds here. So okay, here. So I grew vegetables. I've not done this for you in a while. I grew vegetables here, and I got a lot of peppers and squashes and some tomatoes and maybe a couple of other things. I planted 2 apple trees, as I think I said, and one here. Let me show you quickly. One got a little bit sick with what they call rust, but it seems to be okay now. I just now planted a fig tree that is supposed to grow to 7 feet, okay, over time. The apple trees have grown about, I don't know, between 1 and 2 feet already, and they've been in the ground for, I don't know, 2 months, 2.5 months. Here, I cleaned out some of the hedges and plants here, and I'm going to put cement there, and I'm going to put a bench that looks like the Luxembourg Garden. So we're going to have our little mini Luxembourg Gardens here. Okay, what's this? This is the Mandeville. I never know how to say this, but this is my great success story. It's grown about, I don't know, 1.5 feet or so. We have, I'll show you. We have here peppers every day. Here's another success story. Get away. Like you can sort of see. Okay, now there's not been many changes here. This is remember the front door and the back door. There was controversies about which is which here. It's supposed to be the back, but it's really the front. And I've not done too much here. I've unpacked stuff. I'm not putting any books here. In this room here, these bookshelves are now empty, ready to be thrown away. And the plan is I'm going to, I think I said this in the last time I videoed you, I'm going to knock out that whole wall and have one much bigger space. It'll be much better. Okay, here that big couch is gone, and it's almost to the stage where I wanted it before, as a screening room, and maybe I'll put a small table in here. But that other couch that I had in here, Tony's couch, quote unquote, is gone now. Okay, so of course there's this honor there you recognize. Yeah, I'm going to put a large screen up there, TV screen. Okay, I'll do this really quickly. I had this sort of quickly, or not so quickly, partially landscape, and it looks better. I cut down the tree, basically. I topped the tree there. It was just too messy. It was in the way. It made everything cold. So that's I need official permission from the Soviet government here of Greenbelt to pull it. I will get that eventually. Okay, so going up the stairs, there's not much going on. I know this is kind of weird in my private area, but you'll see what I wanted to show you. Okay, I'm going to turn the light on. Maybe I'm not. Okay, so if you remember, this is going through a bunch of stages. It was once just an empty room. I moved that couch, and there's a funny Tony Lee story here because he put that together. I mean, so theoretically I helped him, but he basically did like 100% of the work. And he was the only one smart enough to figure this out. I don't know, I think I had espresso or something like that while he was sweating and dying. Not ready to pass out after his operation or something. Anyway, but that ended up posing a problem because since he was the only one who knew how to build it, he was also the only one who could dismantle it to bring it upstairs because it's too big to go up those stairs. So anyway, I mean, I called in a team of engineers basically from from Johns Hopkins, and you could see they didn't get it done. So they're coming back. They laughed when I originally asked them, thinking that they could do it like simple. But in fact, using some of Tony's explanations from 2 years ago, showed them that they had it all wrong, and then they realized that even though they could do particle physics or whatever, and of course they couldn't dismantle and then rebuild. They took it apart. Okay, that wasn't so hard, but putting it back together they couldn't do. So it's they'll come back one of these days. Okay, so this will get pushed against the wall, and this is now a small kind of whatever study. There, and here's all my Shakespeare stuff. You could see the Yale Shakespeare and all the Gary Taylor stuff is there, French grammars, blah 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 blah. And the idea or the concept here is not only are my books here, but I can flip the screen around and then watch multi-system videos, because I don't have a multi-system VCR, and so I have a lot of German stuff that won't play, so I have to bring it up here. And I know I don't like to sit on the chair and watch films. I'll do that for Tatorts because I can't live without them. And I mean, the other thing that I know I said this before, but I mean, I had 16 bookshelves in my apartment, and whatever, 12, 14, 15 of them, I don't know, compressed into those, whatever they are. And there's a good lesson, I think, that those terrible, I can't say it, this is my despair here, IKEA, okay, they say IKEA, and that just, okay, and I know you don't want to say my bedroom, but this is kind of spare. The idea is I'm going to get another bookshelf to do the rest of my books and put them here. And there's some of these old beat up things, and that one's now ready to be thrown away. And so that's the story. Let me see if I have anything dramatic to say. Yeah, okay, so over the next, month, 5 or 6 weeks, the following things are going to happen. That wall, I'm back downstairs, that wall is getting knocked out. I have new furniture coming, and I mean, it's not posh furniture, but it's, it's nice, it's cute. And I have to say, I don't quite know where to put it. But I'll figure it out. Because I like this, I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. I like this empty room, and of course I can meditate on my friends all the time. What else? Okay, and so the next stage, remember, okay, this is the front, that's the back. It's so stupid. How could anyone imagine a German not being able to figure out the difference between front and back, and having for the next 150 years having everyone confused. Okay, so that's the house. I don't know how the light got turned on. I'm having a contractor come, and the idea is to do a sunroom. Okay, and this is an extension. What you're seeing in front, see there, and up there, that's the original 1936 Depression house, and then there's an addition onto it, and I'm going to put another addition and put a glass, a glass sunroom, and then make it just like the terrace of a French cafe. And on that and the shot of the dead tree, I'll stop. Thank you for your indulgence. I can't believe I just wasted 10 minutes of your life. Okay.